Beaten Cheeks with the $10 super chat. Thank you, man. Ladies, how do you feel about us men in the chat spending more on whatever than what a man would spend on a date with you? Asking for a friend. Yeah, your guys' thoughts on that?
Beaten Cheeks, how do you know how much people are spending on us?
It's not best to assume.
Yeah, you're wrong.
I don't want to throw out any numbers, but
He's got
I'm
a
pretty
point.
sure man has spent more on me in a night than
Than the $10 he just donated?
$10 he just donated.
Well, there might be more to come, you know, so don't count them out
We'll
yet.
see.
But
Maybe if he continues donating, he can reach an amount that is higher, but not at the moment.
See, for me, I don't like spending a lot of money on the first date because that kind of sets a standard of what they're expecting.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I'm going to want to see you again. So why spend a bunch of money to prove that I'm a baller when I don't have to? I don't have to show you anything about my life if I don't want to. So, yeah.
Okay, let me ask you. So when you go on a date with a girl, is it totally free? Like you'll go for a walk or go to the beach, do a picnic, or like you'll do meet for a drink or something cheap like tacos? In those instances, would you pay or are you going to go for the split?
Most of the time, I think going for a drink is probably the best option. It's easier to break the ice when you get a few drinks in you and then the awkward tension is gone. The last one was probably around $120 for just a couple of drinks.
Bruv, that's a good amount of money.
I'm not spending more than that just for a couple of drinks. I can tell you that.
Yeah, but isn't that an L if it like you said, what if it doesn't go to a second date?
Right, and you could take her to a nice dinner for that amount.
I was thinking about this a couple of weeks ago, and I think there was only been maybe 1 or 2 dates where I didn't get a second date or third date. So, I choose. And
Patrick Bateman, no fourth date.
What's this no fourth date from Patrick Bateman? I've seen American Psycho, but what's the fourth date thing?
Oh no, it actually there's no fourth date thing in the movie. It's
He just
he
kills.
kills people.
If I leave,
So
I
He
have
just
to
kills
tell,
them.
If I
He
leave,
kills
I
them.
have to
He
make
murders
an excuse
them.
and I say
Yeah.
I gotta go turn some videotapes.
yeah, exactly.
Beaten Cheeks super chatted $50. I'll spend more money on this podcast than on any of our first dates, and I'm disease-free, successful, and the brown version of Cade, but slightly less good-looking.
Okay, he's the brown version of you, but
Slightly
the guy
less
who just,
good looking. It's good that he knows.
yeah,
Okay.
He's the brown version of Cade.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Welcome, my brother.
There you go. Maybe brother from another mother. Okay. By the way, we have Huey Lewis in the news here. I
Oh
don't know.
yes.
Do you guys like Huey Lewis in the news?
Got the business cards too?
Huey Lewis in the news? We'll go around the table really quick. Yes or no? Quick.
I'm unfamiliar. I have
Please
no
tell
clue
me
who
that's
that
American
Yes.
Psycho
Don't know who
reference.
that
Of course
it's
it is.
It's an American Psycho reference.
Of course it's in.
Okay.
Guys.
All right. Okay. So going back to the date thing. So $120.
Yeah, it's a little high. I'd rather not get that high, but I like mimosas. They're cheap, they're nice, and the last girl I actually took out, I was drinking mimosas. She was actually ordering draft beers, so that was a little shocking.
Was
Kinda
that
cool.
bad?
No, it was just unique, kind of impressive.
Can I chime in? I want to say I rather get drinks than go on a first date with someone and have to sit through dinner. Because I feel like dinner, if you're just like stuck there.
You never take a girl
Yeah.
out to dinner on the
Dinner's
first date.
Dinner's bad.
If you take a girl out to dinner on the first date, they're gonna expect a second. Even if they don't want to see you for a second or a third date or a fourth date, they're just gonna say, "Hey, let's hang out again. Let's go get dinner. I'm not feeding you for free."
It's not even that though. It's just like it's so much commitment. Like it's like I don't even know if I like you. And like drinks, it's like so casual.
Fair.
You know, you can be like, okay, one drink, I need to like go meet friends, whatnot.
that.
Dinner, you're just like there
stuck.
and you're locked in.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can always cut off whenever you need to. And
Dinner's an L. Dinner's an L.
yeah.
And it's just the waiter comes and interrupts you. It's awkward.
And then you
You're
have to look at the menu, but you also just met. It's just
So
Yeah.
I'll take a girl out for some mimosas. I'll maybe get an order of fries. That's about it. We got something to snack on, got something to sip on, and that's a pretty good first date for me.
Yeah, as far as food goes too, it's just kind of awkward because if you're having the first date, there's kind of a, if it gets silent, it can be a bit awkward. So like if you actually want to eat, I don't know about you guys, I don't like to really talk and eat too much. I want to eat. So it's just kind of like, yeah, no food dates. But Candace, by the way, thank you for re-upping your membership. Really appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh,
But since we're on the topic really quick of the food thing, so I want to go around the table. Who should pay on the first date?
Depends on the financial situation. For example, currently I'm in a very good position and I always offer to split. However, when I was not doing so well, it would have meant a lot to me for the guy to offer. So I will never be upset if the guy wants to split on the first date. It will never influence my opinion of him in any way. However, it means a lot if he puts the effort in, because it means he saw something in that date that really he wanted to invest in.
Before I have you go, Flan Life, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships, man. Really appreciate it. StreamYard has to get it together so that we can actually pull up when someone gifts memberships. But, dude, thank you for the big 10 gifted memberships there, man. Really appreciate the Seaport. Thank you, man. Hold on. Wait.
Congrats me, boys!
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. What do you think?
I think splitting the bill is perfectly fine. If they want to offer to pay, that's okay too. That's nice, but I'm fine splitting the bill.
Okay.
If you split the bill, you're not seeing him again. Let's just be honest. Come on.
That's not how it's worked out for me in the past.
Guy might be going through some stuff. You never know.
I'm splitting the check.
Really?
I'm splitting the check.
See, that's ideal in an ideal world, but as a man, you should never split the check, especially on a first date.
Here's the thing, though. So, okay, you're talking about being a gentleman, correct?
Absolutely.
Sure, I'll give you that. We're in Southern California, fairly liberal place, right? In order for you to be a gentleman, she has to be a lady.
Correct.
So, and by the way, I think you're not wrong. I don't think you're wrong, but just for me personally, as a matter of principle, I don't believe in paying for a girl on the first date.
I don't believe it either, but here I am doing it.
Well, no, but see, here's where you win, though, is because, see, this is my shitty hill to die on, because, yes, it does lose me girls, but as a man of principle...
Oh, I'm a very
as a
big
man of principle... Well, I'm not saying you're not, but...
But I agree with you completely.
But I'm not going to adhere to my traditional gender roles when most women are not adhering to their traditional gender roles. I've said that before, but but here's the thing: you're doing the maximum. You're doing what's right that will get you the best result.
Yeah.
Can I
Otherwise,
chime in
why
really
waste your
fast?
time?
Go ahead.
So you mentioned you were like, okay, well, ladies have to act like ladies. So would you be more inclined to not split the bill if she presented herself as a lady or more ladylike?
Perhaps.
Okay.
What does that
Perhaps.
even classify as, though?
Exactly. What does that classify as?
Low body
high
count.
value woman.
Low body count. Not promiscuous.
She has to give off those vibes.
And what's
before the date.
considerably a low body count?
I mean, it depends on age, but and honestly, anything over 10, that's an eyebrow raise for me.
Okay, but what about if she has a really low body count and then she has an OnlyFans like me?
Has she? Here's where I differ with some men. I would, if she's done anything with men, like
On
any,
OF, no.
on
No
OF,
nudes
no.
either.
No, but if she's doing solo content, I could date a girl who does solo content. But any hardcore boy girl,
Right.
No.
Because I've never had any problems with guys being like, oh, you have an OF. I think because I don't do boy girl or pornography or nudes or anything like that. But
It's a spectrum, obviously.
Yeah.
It's from
I think there's a huge discrimination between, just posting lewd cosplay and then actually doing solo videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
I mean, you have like you said, there's tasteful lingerie photos all the way to gangbangs.
Right, exactly.
So,
and it's all on there. So it's hard, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, too, as an OnlyFans creator because you're classified as OnlyFans creators, and there's such a spectrum.
But you asked, would I pay on the date if she had a low body count, but she did OF?
Or, just posted provocative pictures online.
She's probably making so much money from OF, she should probably pay for both of us, to be honest.
In an ideal world, yeah, but they're still going to make their thousands and thousands of dollars, and as a man, they're still going to expect you to pay.
Well, they can expect all they want. I expect are us as men that's men adhering to their traditional gender roles. By the way, I want to say you're not wrong, but this is just me from my point of view. are we then supposed to expect women to be virgins when we meet them?
No, absolutely. Basically, nobody is at this point.
Well, tradition is out the window. So then why do I need to do the traditional courtship if you are no longer traditional, is what I'm getting at.
It keeps your standards as a man. It sets the baseline of what you accept in your life. And if they don't appreciate that, then you don't have to see them again. And also, you should get those vibes from somebody before you go on a date with them.
So if you don't start out by courting them, when do you?
When do I what?
When do you, I don't know, when is there more courtship for you? Like if you start off on a certain foot, do you think it's easier to be more romantic going forward, or would you rather not start off on a romantic foot? That's taking away the whole gesture of paying the bill. I'm just saying in general.
I'll start paying if we're in a relationship and we're exclusive.
See, at that point, I think if we're in a relationship, then you should be offering to split 50-50. Because, I mean, you're in a partnership at that point. Whether it goes long-term or whether it's short-term, why should I waste all my money on you if we don't even know what the outcome is going to be?
I think it's less about traditional rules and more about if you want to take someone out and treat them and you really like them, then you do it. You know?
I also think it goes with, like, if you're asking a girl on the date and you just don't, like, I mean, I always offer, but if someone asks me on a date and I offer and we split it, for me, it's kind of an ick.
Wait.
Yep.
So hold on, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
So you go on a date and
They ask me.
Right, they ask you. You will offer, so you'll speak words that you don't mean, but you...
No, I mean, I don't mind paying, but I will say it's a bit of a turnoff when they do split it.
Well, then why make the offer?
Because I have the money and I'm willing to pay.
It's also just polite.
See, I appreciate the offer, but I'm never going to let you pay.
And see, like, to me, that's like bonus points. You know, if the
It's
guy's
very-
like,
Exactly,
it's
it's
very
bonus
bonus
points.
points.
It's bonus points.
Not,
I
I go on a lot of dates and not a lot of girls offer the pay. There is
That's
bonus
And if
points.
they're
Surprising.
asking you out as well, they're wanting to take you on a date, so, you know.
Well, okay, we'll come back to that point, but just to address your thing. So you said that you'll offer, but if they take you up on said
I'll
offer,
split it. I'll split it.
you'll split it, but you said you get the ick.
I do. I mean, I will not.
This is how men and women communicate differently.
Turn it down.
Men mean what they say with no ulterior motive. But you just said, I will offer, you'll make the gesture, but if someone takes you up on said gesture, you'll feel negatively about that.
I mean, just that instance, it doesn't mean that I will reject a second date, but I will say, like, if someone offers to pay it after I split it, I think, again, it's bonus points.
But you shouldn't make the offer if you're going to feel
I think they're
negatively
testing
about
you.
it.
I also think it's kind of a test of generosity
I
too.
think they're testing you.
A test of generosity.
To see how much you want to invest in them, I guess. Like, it's a bonus if he's, like, going to be invested in this relationship.
Well,
in
I
some
don't
way.
feel particularly generous where in 2022, when the dating meta is people are sleeping with multiple people at the same
Endless
time,
scroll.
I don't really want to pay for a girl if she's hooking up with another guy.
Well, the problem
and most
is-
people are hooking up. We're in Southern California. Most people have 2-3 things going on at the same
That's why I
time.
never
The
leave my
problem
home.
is most of the girls that you're seeing, all the other guys that they're seeing are all paying for them as well. So
They can have them.
You're just
I
shooting
don't
yourself
care.
in the foot. Well, you don't
I
know
don't
how
care.
long you want them. How long do you want them? Do you want them for a night, or do you want them for a year, or do you want them for 20 years? You don't know.
And it also sounds like you don't you don't trust your own judgment when it comes to the women that you're picking.
You would be surprised. There are some very unassuming women
Oh, I
that
don't
have
doubt it.
multiple partners, and they might not be partiers. They might not be clubbing all the time. Trust me, there are some very unassuming, shy, quiet, reserved, demure women that are promiscuous.
No,
and
I
you
don't
wouldn't
doubt it.
know if you looked at them or met them.
Are you asking the right questions? Like,
What do you
shouldn't
mean?
you start off on the right
Like,
foot?
what's your body count? That's not
Like, what
that's
your
not-
expectations are. If you want a relationship or if you just want to talk.
even
or
even
whatever.
women who are seeking long-term relationships have some friends with benefits, some guy they're still stuck on their ex. There's always
Don't
like
men
some
as well?
dude. Hold on, there's always some guy in the picture for most women. Go ahead.
I think that, unfortunately, that's just kind of the dating like zeitgeist right now because
Nah.
of Tinder and stuff. Lots of guys are seeing multiple women as well.
The top percent of men are seeing multiple women.
I guess just
the top
because-
10, maybe top 20% of men.
I'll say that most of my dating experience comes from her.
Hold on, you got to talk into the mic.
Most of my dating experience comes secondhand from Alex's stories. So, and we mostly interact with people within our industry, which is YouTubers, SoundCloud rappers, and, you know, the bunch. So it's like all the guys have multiple girls too. And it made me so repulsed that I like don't go anywhere and I don't date in my industry. I don't do any of that. So it's just kind of like it happens to women as well.
Okay, you said all the guys. You're getting us something a little bit confused. The top 10, top 20% of men that 80% of women are chasing, those men have 3-4 girls they're seeing. But you look at average men or the normal guy, he's dating one person at a time if he's lucky. Whereas average women can have multiple partners concurrently.
Are you saying that there is a large percentage of average women that have multiple partners right now?
Yes.
I'd agree with that.
More
So maybe we could do like a poll just out of the few women here
who are willing to disclose
Yeah.
their relationship status, because I know you don't.
Well, I have a
Want
question
to.
for you, Brian.
Yeah.
So when you're going on these dates with women, are you going one by one and you're not talking to anyone else? You're not hooking up with anyone else while going on dates?
I'm so busy that if I do go on a date with a girl that I actually, yes, I'm only seeing one girl at a time.
And then you're not hooking up with anyone else?
No.
Okay, then that's fair. You're
No.
allowed to have your viewpoints. You're expecting the woman that you're going on a date with to be the same way as you.
One night stands, having a couple chicks, I don't have time for it because I'm incredibly busy.
Right.
If some guys are cool juggling with it, honestly, I don't want the headache. I've done it in the past. Briefly. It's just it's too much hassle to be dealing with multiple women at the same time.
So let's put it this way then. So say you were going to ask a girl on a date, would you expect that girl, say she was just hooking up with someone prior to even going on a date with you, are you expecting
That's
her?
disgusting.